But I do feel tired,
that would be expected.
Yeah.
So, look, why don't you just consider, when you're here, you consider playing with these without putting the pressure on yourself to, from now on, from Monday on, no more. That would be really weird. Yeah. So if you just go like, well, I'm just going to play with this and see if I can direct, first of all, the energy upward with Brahmacharyasana, with the pleasure practice. We get into this now. And then at some point, if you feel naturally it's drawing up and it's doing something different, then release the pattern or the thought that, oh, for me, it's always with ejaculation. Be like, it could be without. Just consider the possibility. And then when it feels good, let it happen like that. When it doesn't, don't. And see what your journey is maybe for the next 2 years. Because it's a long... I took 2 years to play with both things. Before, 12 years ago, I started experimenting with edging, or riding the wave as I like to call it. And then I would play with that with my partner, and at the time she would have problems with that. That's also an issue sometimes if you're with a woman that hasn't experienced that before. It's like, oh, but I didn't please my man. Really like, not ego, just like, oh, you didn't come. I did, but it was different. It was an energy orgasm. Energy orgasm, I don't know. It's like... And
to see the proof.
Yes, to see right here. So there's that too. So allow yourself, whatever your rhythm is, to see like, well, maybe it's 2 years, maybe it's 2 weeks, whatever it is. You're here for a reason. It's interesting to you. So just listen into your own impulse, when and how and what. Yeah, and please. Stay with everything's okay, and that you're just opening the possibility that you might add a whole other floor to your building of experience of sexuality, like including, I'm ejaculating and I'm having an orgasm. I'm ejaculating and I'm having a heart orgasm, a throat orgasm, and a head orgasm, and I'm tripping. Wow, this is great. And then at some point maybe you feel like, or maybe, like I did one day, that's how I discovered the pleasure practice, you're having an orgasm in different parts of your body, and it feels like a genital orgasm in your heart, and then you look down, and you're dry. It was a dry orgasm. And you're like, okay, it's a thing in my body now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
then,
not about retaining, it's not about holding that thing back.
No. I did that for 2 years, the first 2 years, and... It feels
unhealthy.
Yeah, and even somehow, it feels physically a little bit blocked, or so it's really the wisdom here is draw it somewhere else, and then if it naturally doesn't come out, without you blocking it, then it's organic.
So you're not squeezing the rubber band at the point of orgasm?
Yes, you're doing all that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not only doing that. Yeah. In the first 2 years, I was only doing that, just like, stop, hold my breath, stop, and then, okay, done. And I did that for 2 years, and then I was like, it's got to be something else, and it took me another 3 years to come across the pleasure practice, or try it out, and it just happened one day. I was just like, what if I just really intend for it to go to my chest? And so I did that for a few months, because I was in a long-term relationship, and then I wanted to keep my sexual energy active when I was away, because we only saw each other once a month. And then one day I really felt an orgasm here, as well as in my genitals, and I didn't ejaculate. Yeah. And the difference was, I had that before, that I went towards the orgasm and didn't ejaculate, but this time I let myself go through, because before I felt like I was stopping it, I was holding it back, and now I felt like, oh no, I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to go for it and see whatever happens. And I fully expected to just ejaculate. And because I was drawing it somewhere else, I didn't. So that's why I call it a split.
Over the course of 35 years on different paths, I've come across powerful initiations. I've practiced the techniques I learned. I have investigated their purity of purpose, and I left behind the things that proved untrue. I have refined what is useful, and I have kept things simple, so that others like you can discover your own innate masculine powers, which can help you reach your full potential.
It happens when it both aligns.
In these times of great change, the distortions of the patriarchy are all around us. Join me in a quest to awaken and to reshape masculine energy. Let's be evolutionaries together. Let's be the change we want to see.